Hello, my retired life and declutter journey. That's the title of this video, and I'm sticking with it. My retired life and declutter journey. Another day on YouTube and staying positive, not expecting super miracles to happen on my posting, but genuinely watching a lot of good stuff on YouTube today, this morning, as I declutter. And I'm going to U-Haul to pick up some boxes to clear out a hutch that I have in my kitchen. So Habitat can take the hutch outside. So I've got enough boxes in here. I'm kind of worried. I have to look at those boxes they got at U-Haul to see what they got. So, but I'm feeling better about the upcoming changes. So I have enthusiasm for it, but anticipation is kind of overwhelming, and stress is like somebody in a closet in another room peeping out, ready to jump out on me. Yeah. And I still got my sword. I'm trying to figure out what to do with it. It has a little gash on there, and I just don't want to, I'm already not exactly the best looking person, so, just need it'd be great for Halloween, though. But anyway, come on, my chair. I like this room, and I like this real small chair I'm sitting on because it fits the angle of the phone that I have connected to a pole that I got from Amazon that doesn't work correctly. So it teeter-totters, but it does the job of holding my phone and letting me do my video while I declutter in my retired life. Being retired has been a wonderful, wonderful thing. Some people, my friend tried to get me to do all these other jobs now that I was retired. I played by the rules for many, many, many years, and almost got caught up in all kind of bad situations. That's something I don't want to be involved with anymore. And I'm not interested in the kind of situations that some people want you to do, like do DoorDash or Lyft, things like that. And there's nothing wrong with those. It's just that if you need to or want to, those are good options. At this moment in my life, I don't need to, but that's not to say I wouldn't need to in the future. And the second one is I just don't want to. I like kind of just bumbling around the house, doing my thing, and I've been a clock pusher for quite a while, so it's time for me to stop clock pushing and clock clicking, rushing to get in for lunch, rushing to get in for break, rushing to get in out of the building on time. They get you on that in customer care, like they want you to, your hours are 8 to 9 or 12 to 9, second shift, whatever. We don't want you staying any time over that. And they'll bring you in the office and tell you, you stayed too late. You stayed 30 minutes late, and you're supposed to get out of here. And that's the mentality of customer care. And so I don't miss it. I am retired. I embrace being an older person. I enjoy looking at old people on YouTube, and I enjoy looking at young people on YouTube because I have young in mind and I got an older body. And so, I was facing things. I'm not exactly the best looking person. I realize that. But the reason I say that is because it matters to me about me. Now, I can watch some beat up people on YouTube. It just doesn't bother me. I think they're great. But for myself, seeing myself is really rough. And then having a little scar at the moment is it's even more um, disturbing. Oh, let's face facts. About everything disturbs me. But I'm getting to the point. I'm trying to be more YouTube like. I've got to speak better, speak faster. I watched this guy on YouTube today. At first, I didn't want to watch him because he was talking too fast. And when he talked so fast, I thought, my goodness, maybe I'm listening too slow. And then I realized that's probably it. I'm listening too slow. So, in my laid back, retired life, I need to listen faster. There's several fast talking people on YouTube, and they're successful. After listening to this guy, I realized that that's a good trait. So I don't cut them down. I do get into the more conversational like situation with people, but I I had to settle back and listen to this guy because he was saying some good stuff. Um, I listened to the Friday checkout, and he's a very automated type of person talking. And at first, I was like, "Whoa, Nelly, what are you talking about?" And then he was talking about so much good stuff on this the Friday checkout that I was like, "Okay." I said I had to back up. I got on my tablet, just run that back, and when I ran it back and calmed down about his speech and my phobia about fast talking YouTubers, I realized that's a good trait, because you got your stuff all laid out. They are speaking their knowledge and they're doing it their way. And that's the YouTube way, is to do it your way. So no, I will not be able to speak like that because I don't have the discipline yet. Maybe. I don't know. But I just feel like I got a lot out of what he was saying on this Friday rundown with different things and the kind of stuff that I was interested in, like phones, technology, and stuff like that. When I get ready to move out, I'm gonna move in with my cousin, and she is a wonderful person, but she's technology challenged, and I mean, she hasn't been exposed to that. She's way older than not way older. She's just a few years older than me, and so um, I'm going to maybe give her a little advice and help her with her internet and phone. She's the kind of person, what she's doing now is, if she can't get it to work herself, she has a hard time communicating the problem to someone about getting it fixed. She needs to have her cable and her internet fixed to where she can understand it. But I don't, she seems to have a problem telling someone. So uh, I'll be glad to help her with that. We all need help, because I know I need help a lot of times on the things I don't know. And the things I don't know are physical things. She's excellent in gardening, and she loves to read books, and she likes to read sci-fi books. So she could probably tell me a lot about a lot of book people, which I've never been into book reading, which is kind of sad. I just haven't. I mean, I've been on the internet so long that um, I, I think I just couldn't. I can't really comprehend a lot of that reading. But it also falls under something that I saw on. Instagram today was this ADHD page. I sound more like that might, I mean, that seems like it might be a little bit my problem because I go from one thing to another. As I've said before in this room, this is filled with ADHD stuff. So I'll have to explore that more in another video because I think I do have something. I start a lot of things and successful with a lot of things, but I don't keep pursuing it. You know, I got potential here for this and that, but I don't follow through. And that's why I'm sticking with YouTube, because I want to follow through. And before this film walk, you know, I told you I had got cut off early on my recording, and because I had another video on there and I didn't delete it out, so it may cut off on this. So if it cut off, I'm not going to re-record. But that's something I'll look into. I've been wanting to get an updated phone. I prefer Android. I got a friend in South Carolina that has this always used iPhone. And I told him, you know, I don't want an iPhone because he's too crazy. He wants to pull tricks on me with iPhone, record conversations and things like that. And he does it now. I told him to stop doing that because nobody wants to have their conversations recorded unless they're on YouTube. You can record me on YouTube if you like, but not on a conversation with an old friend, you know. And, you know, he still has that unaware of when he's intruding into personal space of a friend. So, and then there's ways that people can actually use their iPhone better to connect with each other. And I just, it's just too many little games, I feel like, with iPhone. It's a good, wonderful device, but I prefer the Android. Samsung, as a matter of fact. That's what I got. So this retired person is going to be using Android. And I'm thinking about upgrading to a model next year. They got a new one out there. Well, they're going to have a new one practically every year. But I was thinking about getting one, but I don't know. Now, as for what's going on in my retired life, you know, I have my little notes here. And yeah, I mentioned on here, I examined my speech pattern and I should be faster, you know. And I just need to analyze myself. Oh, and I looked at something that showed a MacBook Air coming out. Let's see, potential fraud calling. Do you get those calls? I'm not answering that. Did it pause it? Let's see. No, we're not going to do that. There. I get so many spam and potential fraud calls. And they're all manufactured. And it's speeded up even more the last couple of months. So I don't know what's going on out there right now for people to have this many fraud calls coming in. And my phone just, that's the good thing about this Android, flags those calls. It comes up with an orange screen saying fraud, spam, potentially spam, orange screen. So you're ahead of the game before they even get on there. My cousin has a regular phone and she answers the phone when she gets those calls. She wants to be smart with them and have little conversations like, why should I do this? Why is it her big why? But I told her she needs to stop speaking with them because it's not going to do you any good. If you know it's spam and they're trying to buy your house and you know you're not going to sell it, she wants to give them a life lesson and tell them, well, call the people in Ballantyne. And Ballantyne is a very hotsy totsy rich area. And but as you know, I told her, I said they record your voice, and you don't know which one is trying to get your voice. She's always paranoid about scams, but if you keep talking to these things and these people, you know, you set yourself up even more. You don't know. So I answer them, I say hello, and then when it goes into the automated machine, I just hit disconnect and then I block it. But the crazy thing is it's really something else behind it, some big thing, maybe another country, but they pick up another line and call right back. So that number is blocked, and they know you blocked it, and they call you back again. And I don't know what that's about, but that's that. And what else here? I have, there's something called Lake Mungo on Prime. They say it's a good horror suspense type of movie without, I guess, the monsters, I guess. But I'm gonna try to watch that one on Prime. I need to watch Prime more because they got a lot of good stuff on there, but I just don't watch it as much. And I did get my, what was it, Paramount Plus added on to my cable connection because it's free with them. I didn't realize they did that. So I canceled my Paramount Plus and then I had to sign back in to Paramount under my cable ID. So that's good. Now I get to watch Big Brother and Survivor. I like those two. All right, now, what else has this old man got to say to you today about my retired life? Well, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can find these boxes and then start clearing out the hutch in the kitchen. And then that's just loose ends. I only got a few days left. Well, I got a week left. I got at least more than 7 days. So I think I can do it. And I believe I can. And my lady at Habitat says, you know, whatever you can't move or do, they will come in and do it. So you want to do it yourself to make sure you don't, you know, you have control of what they're doing. But if you can't do it, they can take care of it for you. So that's a good thing about Habitat. And I'll tell you, I haven't met anybody at Habitat that I didn't like. They're all very nice and very sensitive to older people. So being that way, being older and needing help, they're very sensitive to it. So if you get the chance to do that, I would suggest that you just go ahead and get your Habitat done. And I'm hoping I'll be happy with it. I don't know what they're actually going to do or what they can do. They're going to order some blinds for this room because it has lead poisoning and some mold at the top of the room because there's water that came in. So, you know, it's stuff I didn't really pay much attention to because I had so much junk in here. And now I just got boxes in here with records that I'm still trying to sort out. So it's always something. I'm not as tense as I was, but it will work out one way or the other. and I'm getting a couple of more views on here. I think they look in and peek in and see this old black guy on here, this old black gay guy. And they're like, nah. But, you know, That's like we all got our little way. Everybody is different on YouTube, but just remember that we're all different and we all have our own style and way. So I'm getting used to mine being on YouTube. So hopefully I'm getting better by video, by video, by video. So once again, thank you for dropping in. Let me end this before it ends itself. And I hope you have a great day and a good start to your weekend. Goodbye. And I'm trying to figure out which button to push. No, it's not this one, it's that one.